Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy Thursday, April 15th. It's tax day. Taxes are due. Hopefully, they're offering extensions for anyone who is lagging or forgot. All right, we are continuing The Science of Getting Rich, Wallace D. Wattles. We're on chapter 8. We are reading this entire book by We, I Mean Me. If you missed any, all of the replays are here in this group. Just search around the video tab, I believe, and you can see not just Thinking, The Science of Getting Rich, but Think and Grow Rich. We've also touched on Neville Goddard, which we will pick up again. But right now we are continuing The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. We're on chapter 8, Thinking in the Certain Way. He's been talking a lot about this certain way. If we think in a certain way, we get the things that we desire. Here goes. Turn back to chapter 6. Reread the story of the man who formed a mental image of his house, and you will get a fair idea of the initial step toward getting rich. You must form a clear and definite mental picture of what you want. You cannot transmit an idea unless you have it yourself. You cannot transmit an idea unless you have it yourself. Picture you're a broadcasting system inside. Open the door, go inside. Broadcasting system. What are you broadcasting? What kind of content are you creating that is being blasted outside? So you cannot transmit an idea unless you have it already inside the broadcasting system. You must have it before you can give it. You must have it before you can give it. That's why it's important to be rich in all areas, in love, in health, in money, in time, so you can give it. You must have it before you can give it. And many people fail to impress the thinking substance because they have themselves only a vague and misty conception of the things they want to become, to do, or to have. I don't know if you guys been at that 5-day training. Bob is on fire. He is hilarious. The replays will be up till Monday. He has a Q&A, live Q&A tomorrow. I think I got the times wrong yesterday, but so tomorrow it is 7 a.m. Pacific. 10 a.m. Eastern. So if you're on the West Coast, 7 a.m. bright and early, Facebook group, join it. Or if you're on the East Coast, 10 a.m. live every day. But if you're a part of that Facebook group, if you don't even know what I'm talking about, message me and I'll help you out. It is such wonderful free content and it's my jam. He's my teacher. What was the point of all of that rant? And it says, and many people fail to impress the thinking substance because they have themselves only a vague and misty conception of the things that they want to become, to do, or to have. People don't even know what they want. They're too afraid to even say it, to even let themselves dream. It is not enough that you should have a general desire for wealth to do good with. Everybody has that desire. It is not enough that you should have a wish to travel, see things, live more, etc. Everybody has those desires also. If you were going to send a telegram message to a friend, you would not send the letter of the alphabet. You would not send the letters of the alphabet in their order and let him construct the message for himself. That's funny. Okay. So if you were going to send a telegram message to a friend, you would not send the letters of the alphabet in their order and let him construct the message for himself, nor would you take words at random from the dictionary. You would send a coherent sentence, one which meant something. When you try to impress your wishes upon the thinking substance, remember that it must be done with a coherent statement. You must be specific. Ask for exactly what you want. Don't be afraid. You must know what you want and be definite. Just today or I think it was day 2 in the training, I was just watching the replay, listening. And he was like, our phones, our cell phones, we all have our own individual number, which is just the number that you dial into a frequency. My frequency is a certain number. You can dial it and you can get on my frequency and get me. That's literally what it is. And so when you dial someone's frequency, if I want to call my sister, I know her frequency. I will put that exact code in and I know I will get her. It's exact, 1-to-1. And that's just like he was saying with our thoughts. Your desires are a certain frequency, a level of vibration. We need to get on that. And he's like, if you want to FaceTime someone across the world, just get on their frequency and you're with them. So I was thinking, hell, it's like we need to FaceTime our dreams. Get on that frequency, close our eyes, think about our dreams, our desires, what we want. FaceTime your dreams. Tap in the frequency, think about it, live in it, talk with it, look at it, let it play like a video in your head. Get in touch with it. We're so vague and we wonder why things don't happen. I'm talking to myself. I mean, this is, like I said, it's the work. It's the real work. You must know what you want and be definite. You can never get rich or ignite the creative power into action by sending out unformed longings and vague desires. Go over your desires, just as the man I have described went over his house. See just what you want and get a clear mental picture of it as you wish it to look when you get it. As the sailor has the port toward which he is sailing in his mind, you must have a clear mental picture continually in your mind. You must keep your face toward it all the time. You must no more lose sight of it than the steersman loses sight of the compass. Ain't that the truth? I don't know if you have motorcycle riders. When you're first riding a motorcycle, like the bike will go in the direction you're looking. So that's why, you have to have your eye wherever you're turning, and then that's where the bike will go. And me, when I first learned, it was like, I would be so scared. I would be looking where I don't want to go, where I don't want to hit. Where did the bike go? Exactly where I don't want to hit, because that's where I'm focused on. So the motorcycle, whatever you're driving, your life, will go wherever your eyes are, literally. So just your inner eye, go to your dreams, and then that's where your life will go. There's so many metaphors. I have to water the grass. I'm visiting my parents right now, and I was watering their plants. And they have one of those hoses where you can open up the head of the hose, and the water will go really narrow and far, or you can open it up and it'll just like go vertical and wide. I was just thinking that's how I have to be with my dreams. Like focus it so it'll go far and narrow, specific to hit a target, rather than it going vertical and just me getting nowhere. Like maybe a couple inches in front of me, but just like everywhere. That's why it's like when you focus on too many things, it's like you're spread thin. You can be, there's this really good video. It's like you can get to the first level of 10 things, or you can get to the 10th level of one thing. That's how we have to be with our dreams. Get focused. Narrow the stream of energy and you'll get far and exact. So go over your desires just as the man I have described to you went over his house. See just what you want to see. Get a clear mental picture of what you have, of what you wish it to look like when you get it. As the sailor has the port toward which he is sailing in his mind, you must have a clear mental picture continually in your mind. Continually. It can't just be every week, once a month, every day, all day, all day. You must keep your face forward in it at all the time. Face toward it at all the time. You must no more lose sight of it than a steersman loses sight of the compass. It is not necessary to take exercise in concentration. It is not necessary to take exercise in concentration, nor to set apart special time for prayer and affirmation, nor to go into silence, nor to do occult stunts of any kind. These things are well enough, but all you need to know is what you want and to want it enough so that it will stay in your thoughts. Well, I get what he's saying. We don't have to do any kind of crazy rituals or stunts as long as we can keep it in our mind. But for me, prayer and meditation and visualization and setting the time out. This was written in, like I said, 1910. Life's a little busier now, Wallace. So really carving out that time to be specific with our goals and to focus on our goals. So yeah. All right. As long as we can keep the thought in our mind. Spend as much of your leisure time as you can in contemplating your picture. Okay, well, that's meditation. Remember that you do not need to take exercises to concentrate your mind on a thing. what you really want. It is the things you do not really care about that require effort to fix your attention upon them. Worry, doubt, fear. Unless your desire to get rich is strong enough to hold your thoughts to the purpose as a magnetic pole holds the needle of the compass, it will hardly be worthwhile for you to try to carry out the instructions given in this book. Unless your desire to get rich is strong enough to hold your thoughts to the purpose as a magnetic pole holds the needle to a compass, it will hardly be worthwhile for you to try to carry out the instructions. So your desire has to be strong. You really have to want something. You really, 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 really have to want it. Or you're just going to spin your wheels and get frustrated. The methods I am presenting here are for people whose desires for riches is strong enough to overcome mental laziness and the love of ease. The more clear and definite you make your picture, and the more you dwell upon it, the stronger your desire will be. And the stronger your desire, the easier it will be to hold your mind fixed upon the picture of what you want. However, something more is necessary than merely seeing the picture clearly. If that is all you do, you are only a dreamer and will have little or no power for accomplishment. Behind your clear vision must be the purpose to realize it, to bring it out in tangible expression. And behind this purpose must be an invincible and unwavering faith that the thing is already yours, that it, like Neville, it's already yours, that it is at hand and you have only to take possession of it. Live in the new house mentally until it takes form around you physically. In the mental realm, enter at once into full enjoyment of the things you want. Whatsoever things ye ask for when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. See the things you want as if they were actually around you all the time. See yourself as owning and using them. Make use of them in imagination, just as you will use them when they are in your tangible possession. Dwell upon your mental picture until it is clear and distinct. Then, take the mental attitude of ownership toward everything in that picture. Take possession of it in your mind in the full faith that it is actually yours. Hold to this mental ownership. Do not waver for an instant in the faith that it is real. And remember what was said in chapter 7 about gratitude. Be as thankful for it as all the time as you expect to be when it has taken form. When you can sincerely thank God for the things which you own, only in imagination, you have real faith. Isn't that nice? When you can sincerely thank God for the things which you own only in imagination, you have real faith. You will get rich. You will cause the creation of whatsoever you want. You do not need to pray repeatedly for the things you want. It is not necessary to tell God about it every day. Use not vain repetitions as the heathen do, said Jesus to his pupils. For your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things before ye ask him. Your part is to intelligently formulate your desire for the things which make for a larger life and to get these desires arranged into a coherent whole. You must then impress this whole desire upon the formless substance. That's what I was talking about. You must impress to the formless substance, your mind. Impress to the formless substance the whole desire upon the formless substance, which has power and the will to bring forward what you want. You do not make this impression by repeating strings of words. You make it by holding the vision with unshakable purpose to attain it, and with steadfast faith that you will attain it. The answer to prayer is not according to your faith while you are talking, but according to your faith while you are working. You cannot impress the mind of God by having a special Sabbath day set apart to tell him what you want and then forgetting him during the rest of the week. If you do not think of your prayer until the hour of prayer comes again, you cannot impress him by having special hours to go into your closet and pray. Oral prayer has its effect in clarifying your vision and strengthening your faith, but it is not your oral petitions that will get you what you want. In order to get rich, you do not need a sweet hour of prayer. You need to pray without ceasing. Live in a state of prayer. And by prayer, I mean holding steadily to your vision with the purpose of causing its creation into solid form and the faith that you are doing so. Believe that you receive them. Once you have clearly formed your vision, the whole matter turns on receiving. When you have formed it is well to make an oral statement by addressing the supreme power in reverent prayer. From that moment on, you must receive in your mind what you ask for. Live in the new house, wear the fine clothes, ride in the automobile, go on the journey, and confidently plan for greater journeys. Think and speak of all the things you have asked for in terms of actual present ownership. Imagine the exact environment and financial condition you desire and live all the time in that imaginary environment and financial condition. Be mindful that you do not do this as a mere dreamer and castle builder. Hold to the faith that the imaginary is being realized and to the purpose required to realize it. Remember that it is faith and purpose in the use of the imagination which makes the difference between the scientist and the dreamer. And having learned this, it is here that you must learn the proper use of the will. Love it. I hope you enjoyed that. Chapter 8 of The Science of Getting Rich. I'm really excited I chose to do this. Like I said, all of the videos for everything I read are here. If you've ever wanted to read more personal development books and just pop it in your ear and listen to the videos, I highly encourage that. They're also on YouTube, so there's a couple really good channels. Maybe I'll post them in here, but you have the Citadel, so what else do you need in life? I hope you enjoy your Thursday. I'll see you all tomorrow.